Thank you for joining me. So this is part of the World Rapid Chess, or I should say Blitz Chess Championship. One of Lu Maoyi's absolute most recent games as it was played today. And she is playing against this Grandmaster. So Grandmaster from Mongolia, Altan-Ulzii Enkhtuul. I'll just say Grandmaster from Mongolia. And of course, Lu Maoyi is from China. Her grandfather was champion of Beijing as a junior player, and her mother a grandmaster as well. So let's go ahead and get right into this game. Again, a rapid chess game, or excuse me, a blitz chess game. They've only got 3 minutes on their clock, and they get 2 seconds for each move. Lu Maoyi begins with pawn to e5, and we have knight to f6 here by black. I don't like this move by black, so I always play pawn to e5, as does Lu Maoyi. I love to see this. We have knight to d5 by black, so forcing the knight to move for a second time. So, white moves a pawn twice, but the knight has to move twice, and it's in a lousy spot compared to where it was in the first place. And now pawn to d4 by Lu Maoyi. This is a book move. This is called, this is the Alekhine's defense, and this is the 4 pawns attack, as we'll see on the board. We have pawn to d6 by the Grandmaster, and Lu Maoyi plays pawn to c4, attacking the knight, so the knight's got to move. Knight to c6 is the best place for that knight, and now Lu Maoyi plays f4. I love to see this. So I play the same exact variation if somebody makes me do it. I'm like, ugh, why did you make that move? I'm going to just chase you around. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes. So I'd like to see this. And now we have pawn captures on e5. So d captures e5 and f captures e5 by Lu Maoyi. Pawn to c5 is the book move for this position. This has been played just hundreds of times at this point by the top masters, so this is all kind of known theory. Lu Maoyi plays the best move in position, pawn to d5. And now we have pawn to e6 by the Grandmaster. Better would have been to play pawn to g6 here, actually, preparing to get the bishop on a fianchetto, which, I like that. That's the way I would play it. But let's continue. Lu Maoyi plays knight to c3 here. Knight to c3 by Lu Maoyi, best move in the position. And we have pawn captures on d5. So e captures d5. This is the best move for the Grandmaster. Lu Maoyi captures back. C captures d5 now. And now, so this position has been played by a couple dozen different masters. And even grandmasters, but all of them, they actually played knight to c4. So it was, I think, like 18 games or so where masters played knight to c4. But in this position, the grandmaster playing black here from Mongolia, she plays queen to h4, and this is a brand new game then. As far as master play, this has never been played before. So we are just 9 moves in, and this is new territory. We have pawn to g3 by Lu Maoyi. And now queen to d4, kind of a strange looking move, but that is the best move to be played in the position. Lu Maoyi develops her bishop. It's sitting there on a starting square. She wants to get it involved. She plays bishop to f4 here, although it would actually have been better to move the bishop to b5 instead. So her move is being called a mistake. Let's take a quick look into the variation where instead she moves the bishop to c5 first. Let's first look instead at the variation where she moves the bishop to b5 first. So instead, if she played bishop to b5 first, then black should play bishop to d7, getting that bishop into the game, and then queen to e2 would be best for white. And then bishop to e7 now, developing the other bishop. Now knight to f3, attacking the queen. And of course, the queen would reposition. Best square is on g4. And now castles kingside for white. And this would have been a better way to play for Lu Maoyi. So this would have been a better position. She's got more space. Her pieces are just more poised and ready to attack. But let's go back to what actually happened on the chessboard. So instead, Miaoyi does play bishop to f4 here, and now the grandmaster finds the best move in the position. She goes ahead and plays pawn to g5 here, attacking the bishop. Miaoyi accepts the gammeted pawn here. She says bishop captures on g5, and now we have the best move by the grandmaster, capturing the pawn on e5. So queen takes pawn on e5 check. Miaoyi finds the best move in the position, queen to e2, pinning the queen so she can't take the bishop. And now the grandmaster also finds the best move, developing the bishop to g7. And now we have castles queenside by Miaoyi. So just ignoring the queens in the middle of the board, kind of crazy. Actually, best move probably was just to capture the queen, although castling queenside is also a good move. So yeah, your preference really. And now we do have castles kingside by the grandmaster, best move that can be played. And now queen captures queen by Miaoyi. So queen takes e5, bishop takes e5, of course, by black. And now bishop to e7, bishop to e7 by Miaoyi. And this is a mistake, really. Well, she should have just gone ahead and developed the knight here. You know, she's got some pieces still on the back rank. Needs to get them into the game. So this was a bit, yeah, premature with the bishop move. But let's see how it works out on the board rather than going into that. We have rook now to e8. And Miaoyi, instead of actually capturing the pawn, which seemed like the obvious idea, she tries to get fancy here. It would have probably been better to capture the pawn. It's actually a mistake to play as she did, as you know, the fate of the pawn is now difficult to determine, as it may be reconnected with its buddies over there. But again, we'll go ahead and continue. We have knight to c6 by the grandmaster. This is the best move in the position. And Miaoyi also finds the best move in the position. She plays bishop to b5. And do note the clocks here. Miaoyi is really short on time now. She's down to 45 seconds versus 2 minutes and 48 seconds. So the grandmaster has used almost no time, like she's got this memorized or something. I don't know. But yeah, Miaoyi has used a lot of time to think about this. Anyway, let's continue. We have a fantastic move by the grandmaster. Bishop to d7, just getting the rooks connected. You want to get those rooks connected if you can. And now bishop to g5 by Miaoyi. Again, it would have been better to get this bishop involved. And look at this. It took, Miaoyi was doing some calculating. She's down to just 9 seconds on the board. She's got 9 seconds on her clock. She gains 2 seconds with every move. But her opponent still has 2 minutes and 43 seconds. She's only used like 17 seconds of time, really, besides the 2-second intervals. But let's continue here. We have pawn to f6 by the grandmaster. Might have been better to go ahead and kick the bishop first, says Stockfish. This is an inaccuracy, but we'll go ahead and continue. We have the best move in the position for Miaoyi. She plays bishop to f4 here, and the grandmaster also finds the best move since she's got a lot more time on her clock. She plays pawn to a6. Miaoyi, very short on time, just 9 seconds on the clock. She blunders and plays bishop captures on e5. And I'm not really going to go into depth on this position, what she could have done differently. This was a mistake, but she had 4 seconds on her clock. So yeah, let's just continue with what actually happened on the chessboard. Let me know if I need to go back into this later on in the comments. So this was a mistake. She shouldn't have played this. This was a blunder. She should have instead just saved her bishop, brought her bishop back, nicely defended by the 2 knights. But we'll continue. The grandmaster now blunders, even though she had 2.5 minutes on her clock. She had all kinds of time. She plays rook captures on e5, and this is also a blunder. So she had a chance of having like a 5-point lead here and totally dominating the position with something like just going ahead and capturing the bishop here. You know, just take a free pawn here. or to take the bishop with the pawn. But this is a mistake, and we will just continue as we have before. Lu Miaoyi now does rescue her bishop. She plays bishop to d3 here, although it may have been better to bring it all the way back to f1, says Stockfish, but that's a hard move to spot. I usually don't plan on putting my bishop back on its starting square, so we will continue once again. We have pawn to f4. Now this is, this is rapid chess time controls. This is again a blunder. A better move would just be going after the bishop here, looking for that trade, just kind of getting the pieces more active. But again, well, I think she's hoping to give Lu Miaoyi as little time as possible, because Lu Miaoyi has 5 seconds on her clock. She's hoping that she can move quickly, thinking, well, Lu Miaoyi is counting on her thinking, and she's going to think during her period of time. So this Grandmaster is playing super quickly as well, rather than taking advantage of her clock, although she did use 25 seconds for that move. We now have knight to f3 by Lu Miaoyi. This is the best move in the position. She got an extra second out of that one. She's got 6 seconds on her clock. Grandmaster finds the strongest move in the position, although she does use only 1 second to do it. She's attacking with rook to e3, and now Lu Miaoyi plays knight to g4, using only 1 second. She actually gains a second there with that move. That wasn't the best move of the position. It was considered an inaccuracy. Would have been better to play rook h to f1 here. But yeah, she doesn't have any time. She's got to play like instantaneously, basically. The Grandmaster now uses 4 seconds and plays the move. Well, actually, she uses 6 seconds, and she plays the move knight to d4. Lu Miaoyi now plays rook h to f1, as you saw was the best move in the position previously. And we will continue. We now have rook to f8 by the Grandmaster. And yeah, just an inaccuracy. It might have been better to actually reposition this rook here, but we're not going to go into that right now. We now have rook to f4 by Lu Miaoyi, using 3 seconds of her clock time, precious time. She's only got 6 minutes on her, or 6 seconds on her clock here. She plays rook to f4. Maybe not best. It might have been better to move it to f2, but how are you going to calculate that with only using 3 seconds? So we'll continue. We now have rook to e5 by the Grandmaster, using up 15 seconds of time as she does that, and that is definitely a solid way to play. Lu Miaoyi doubles her rooks on the f file. She plays rook d to f1 here, and now the Grandmaster actually blunders with rook to e6. This is a mistake, giving white the opportunity, if played correctly, to go up serious material, basically. And she really should have played, instead, just dropped her rook back to c8. This would have been the best move in the position, but again, they're under duress for time controls, although Lu Miaoyi obviously more so, but let's continue. Lu Miaoyi now plays the best move in the position. She captures the pawn here on f5, as you might have expected, since there was so much pressure there. And now we have knight captures on f5 by black. Lu Miaoyi captures with the bishop. This is the best possible move in the position. Bishop captures f5. And now rook captures f5 by black, simplifying things quite nicely. Rook now captures on f5 by Lu Miaoyi. And now rook captures that hopeful d6 pawn. So no pass pawn anymore here. Lu Miaoyi is up 2 points in this position, but she's got 9 seconds on her clock. She's been doing pretty well with almost no time. The Grandmaster now down to 58 seconds on her clock. We have rook captures c5 by Lu Miaoyi, now up 3 points. And now bishop to h3 by the Grandmaster, going after Lu Miaoyi's rook. She repositions the rook to f2 here. And now bishop back to e6 by the Grandmaster. Better maybe to put the knight here. Yeah, there's actually a mate in 3 on the board here. I don't think anybody saw it in this position, but let's take a look at that mate in 3 here. So white can simply play rook to g5 check, And king would be forced back to h8. We have rook down to f8. And then, yeah, the bishop would have to block. And then you can take with whichever rook you want, and that's just game over, checkmate. But let's go back to what actually happened on the chessboard. Again, you know, they had seconds on their clock, especially Lu Miaoyi. She was trying to make her moves without using any seconds. All right, Lu Miaoyi doesn't force find the mate in 3. So she plays rook to g5. We have king back to the corner. And rook to f8. And it's mate in 1 now, as you've seen. So on move 34 here, the grandmaster does resign to Lu Miaoyi. So she wins this game. And she's won several other games against grandmasters at this tournament, at this Blitz chess tournament, and I plan on covering those as well. So please like and subscribe. Join me here, as I will be reviewing at least 1 game every day, sometimes 2, like today, sometimes more. So yeah, if you're into chess, yeah, join me here, subscribe. And also I teach group and individual classes. You can check me out on Patreon. I'll put a link in the description for that. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.